stereotype. And how did that save his life? I mean, was he dying? What does he mean by
Because
saving
he
life?
read a lot of books, he gained more knowledge, and yeah.
What did he say?
He became successful.
Became successful. And when he was talking to the students, they're trying to save their lives, is when some of them realized they could be like him. And to him, what is the way to break through this books, is to get past the stereotypes. And many people for many years have said that the one thing that opens up everyone's lives is education. And it's not necessarily just the education to get a certain job, but knowledge. Knowledge does set us free. And I don't know how many of you have read the story by Malcolm X. He was in prison, and he wrote, after he got out of prison, he talked about how he learned how to read and write in prison. And he said, here he was in prison, and it's the first time he felt truly free because of the knowledge he had gained. And so knowledge, understanding, learning is a way to save your lives, because otherwise you fall into the stereotype that many people have of the Native American, which is so unfair. Any other comments about this story? It is very powerful. The words are very powerful, I think. So, and the way he constructed this was really great. Okay, no other comments? Very quickly, we still have one group that did not share their story about the dinner. Can you tell me to hurry read it? Do you want to read it?
Oh my God, good luck.
One morning, while Sally was making breakfast for her husband Bill and herself, her husband went up to her and said, "Honey, remember Kyle from my work?" "Yes, I sure do. What about him?" she replied. "He and his girlfriend broke up 3 months ago, and he still can't move on, and he feels lonely. So I was thinking, we can hook him up with your friend that you have been hanging out with recently." Sally replied by saying, "Oh, I think that's a great idea. Julie is a great person and pretty too." So the couple decided to invite Kylie and Julie over to dinner on Saturday night. They started preparing dinner, and they decided to cook steak with vegetables and a glass of wine. The aroma was permeating, and the beautiful smell of the steak was all around the house. 3 hours later, at 9 p.m., kind of a late dinner, isn't it, 9 p.m.? Maybe it's late for people like me, you know? Anyway, 9 p.m. the doorbell rang, and it was Kyle. He walked in and said, "Oh, it smells delicious in here." Sally said, "We did our best." 10 minutes later, Julie knocks on the door. Sally opens the door and greets Julie while they walk through the hallway. Sally says to Julie, "Kyle is a very sweet guy, and I think you're going to like him." While they walked down the hallway and reached the dining room, the moment Sally wanted to introduce her husband and Kyle to Julie, Julie was in shock, as Bill was her ex-boyfriend. To be continued. Oh, you guys, you have such a wonderful imagination. I love it. I will see you on Friday.
Oh my gosh. What day is it?
What day is it?